What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over the auction house after the big time Lunar New Year drop in NBA 2K25 MyTEAM. Talking about where it's at and some guys that came out in today's drop that I absolutely love as far as budget cards. Now, I just briefly want to talk about this Jordan Clarkson card because he's a stud, good release, 6'5" point guard. He's super cheap. You got guys like Kawhi, who is dirt cheap. And I'm just going to be going over those things for us in this video today. And why I do think today is a good day for the overall people who want to use the auction house on this game. Now, obviously, again, it's not a one-size-fits-all, situation. It's just, it's certainly not a one-size-fits-all situation. However, I think there are a lot of good options for you guys to pick up. Like even this Kawhi Leonard, I mean, I'm honestly going to try to snag a bunch of these for 7,000. And then once he expires, going to put them up for a little bit more here in a second. Considering the cheapest one is like 9,000 coins right now, I think it is worth my time to go through and do that. But not just Kawhi, a lot of these other cards are so good for their specific prices. So even a guy, again, I don't want to hype up, guys that I don't love, but even like a Pink Diamond Jamal Murray, guys, I think he is going to be able to play and compete at a decent level on this game. And again, if you have the chance to pick up a guy like a Jamal Murray, I think he is going to lead you to a lot of success. Same thing with Wayne Embry. I know he's a power forward, but you look at Wayne Embry, and I know his three ball is not that high. I know his release isn't that good, but defensively, he's an absolute stud. Badge-wise, I mean, he's elite. He's another great option for you guys to pick up. And I know a lot of people get caught up in, well, Ty, I just want the opals. I just want the dark matters. I just want all those top cards. Meanwhile, you got a guy like Wayne Embry here for, 40,000 coins. He's probably going to continue to get slightly cheaper throughout today. 40,000 coins for Wayne Embry. Going to continue to get cheaper. And he's 6'8", got a decent three ball, defensively off the charts good. Like, the card is absolutely incredible for his price. Same thing with Jamal Murray. I know, he might not be the biggest or the best, guy to hype up, but he's a beast. Jared Sullinger is another guy that, when you look at Sullinger, he's got a good release and he is super cheap as well. And so, there's a list of guys from today's drop that I absolutely love for their specific prices in my team. Now, it looks like Sullinger is a little bit more... Am I looking it up wrong or is he glitched? Because I don't even think he is 50,000 coins. I mean, he must be like right at 50,000 coins at the time I am recording this thing. But you look at a guy like Jared Sullinger, 6'9", can shoot it, has a good release, defensively, okay, rebounding wise is incredible, but he got 18 Hall of Fame badges. And so there's the one reason why a lot of these cards are super cheap in this game is because there's a ton of people opening up packs. I mean, that's realistically the truth behind it. More people that open packs, the cheaper cards are ultimately going to be. And for like myself, right, I really like Kawhi for my no money spent. And honestly, I bought one earlier for my no money spent. But he's a guy you could honestly, run forever. Like, I really didn't even go over his stats. Badges, 6'7", good three ball, good ball handle, defensively incredible for Kawhi. Has everything you need. And so these are the types of things that I love in this, with the auction house being in the game. Last year, these AMIs still would be 25, 30,000 coins, where this year, they're somewhat accessible. Now, obviously, the top-end cards like Michael Beasley, like Yao Ming, are still going to be not attainable. However, you're starting to see prices of pink diamonds go down. You're starting to see price of diamonds go down. What I would say is this. It's not just today's drop either. You know what? You can go and look at the price of just the overall diamonds in the auction house right now and realize that you can get a lot of these different guys for super cheap. I don't necessarily love Anderson Varejao, but I've already mentioned Clarkson. But the list goes on and on. Luol Deng is an incredibly good option as far as a 3-and-D player that can, help you guys win at the very highest level. Dragic, I don't necessarily love him. Clifford Robinson is another option. I absolutely love him for his value. So honestly, like I'm just gonna bring something up that I think is important here. You could honestly create your own lineup and add players that you like for super cheap, like a Luol Deng, like a Clifford Robinson, heck, plug in, Clarkson, plug in all of these good cards that we've gotten over the past couple of weeks, and you can run them, and you're gonna end up with a really good team. And that's, the cheap guys. I'm not even talking about the pink diamonds. Plus, if you want to get, on that Amy level, you got guys like Kawhi. Heck, even a Josh Richardson card. I haven't talked I haven't even mentioned this card in this video today. But Josh Richardson is really good as well for a Sapphire point guard that you're probably going to get for like super cheap. I don't even know the price that he is right now, but I'm telling you, Josh Richardson is solid on this game. And if you are looking for a budget point guard, good luck finding better than Josh Richardson. I'm just throwing it out there. Like, again, I don't know price-wise, he looks like 3,000, a little under 3,000 coins right now. But if you know what, you're looking for a decent option at that point guard position, Josh Richardson is definitely a good option. So maybe I'll be able to even snag him for slightly cheaper right there. So I'm throwing it out there right now. I know as time goes on, it seems like cards get better and better. But I would also say as time goes on, we're starting to see some decent cards get cheaper and cheaper. And they're cards that, again, you can use and just have a ton of success with. Like, I think I added this Kawhi to my lineup here. So I just want you guys to see, like, this Kawhi compared to, let's just compare him to a Jeff Green, for example, who I love Jeff Green. Kawhi's three ball is slightly worse, defensively nearly the same, speed-wise slightly worse, but again, badge-wise, he comes with Hall of Fame Challenger, Glove, and on-ball menace, and he is way cheaper than a lot of those other guys. Now, with that being said, you can plug him in here to shoot around, and I just want to shoot around quickly with Kawhi to show you what type of budget option you're getting. You're getting a card in Kawhi who is never going to miss. He's got hotspot from that left corner. Again, as far as his release is concerned, he's never going to miss. He gets great defensive animations, and this is just one of the many budget options today. Now, that's just for the cheaper cards. If you want to talk about the opals in the game, or even you look at like a pink diamond Victor Wembanyama, where is his price at right now? Well, you're already starting to see, Wemby, this one's got obviously 3 legends, so that's a separate situation. But you should start to see these cards' prices go down. Again, with the All-Star drop being in a couple of weeks, people are knowing Wemby's going to come. That in addition to Yao should drive his price down slightly. Obviously, if you look at Dark Matters, their price is still going to be relatively high, especially the new Scottie Pippen. But overall, as time goes on, cards are going to get cheaper and cheaper. It's the way it is. As far as Galaxy Opals are concerned, they still pay that Galaxy Opal tax like you're going to. But again, when I'm looking at some of your top cards in the game, I mean, they should continue to get cheaper. Galaxy Opals are just weird because they are overpriced as it is. But if I'm looking at the pink diamonds, Jamal Murray's release is way better this year. He can play. I mean, Wayne Embry can play. Big Z can play. You're looking at all of these cards we've seen recently are cards that can play at the highest level. Now again, I'm not one to necessarily love pack odds. I'm not necessarily love the fact that we can't really grind anything on this game. But I do love the fact that I feel like for no money spent players, the game is starting to at least get a little more accessible, in my opinion. That's what we know. That's where we're at right now. As far as I'm concerned for everything else, at the end of the day, guys, you've got to do what's best for you. And you got to try to continue to build your squad in the right direction while still saving a lot of those coins. So with today's Lunar New Year drop, we did see the auction house go down quite a bit, especially with the newer cards. And people, I'm not calling it like a massive auction house crash because it's not really that, but it is a good opportunity to pick up some of the new cards like an Amy Kawhi, heck, even like a Jamal Murray, Wayne Embry. These are cards that I like. And I haven't even talked about Brad Davis, who I think is fine at his specific value as well. So these are just different options for you guys. You can let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.